All good?
Yeah, then you're starting. He said then you start after the clap.
Oh, then I start. Okay,
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to a live, welcome back to our show. And now
You're nailing it.
I am nailing it. This is a live Collisions podcast, which is very normal for Bus to just troll me or goblin me the whole time.
Yeah.
So we have not recorded a podcast in a year and a half.
I think it's been longer than that. You act like there was a regular schedule. I don't even know what number we're on.
We got to 4.
Oh.
Maybe 5, maybe 6.
I don't know. I don't think we can keep calling it Cold Ones because there's like too many podcasts called Cold Ones already.
Are you serious?
There's like Mr. Beast has one called Cold Ones. So,
he doesn't count. He's not a real person.
Producer Matt, you got any ideas for
any
name?
ideas for other than Cold Ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got an idea.
About French press.
French press.
Well, French press,
that works
but
for Dandy,
actually we drink beer instead.
Yeah. I like French press, actually.
That's perfect.
And it's great that I'm glad Matt came on. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand now the appeal of being like, Producer Matt, look that up. Look that up. Like, I'm just going to start saying
yeah, we're just gonna give you
Matt, look that up.
Matt, tell me the frame data of my Shiranui's
projectile. Can we research that?
We're going to need to know the frame data on Mai's EX fans.
Okay, so French Press, episode 1.
French Press, episode... No, this is, again, it's just a continuation.
It's too many
so we're at episode 5. So, today, for French Press, episode 5, Bus has brought, for the Collisions French Press Live... what do we got?
I haven't actually looked at it.
Okay, he doesn't know.
Tangerine Triple Stars.
Man, I love Tangerine.
Triple hazy India Pale Ale with Strata, Citra, and Vic Secret hops, and packed with fresh tangerine.
Oh.
Celestial Beer Works, brewed in Dallas.
Oh, bless. So Bus did this just for me because I love to hate on sours and gozas because they're awful. And
I've got one of those
love
too.
Hazy IPAs. Oh, see, okay, yeah, this is why.
This is 9. I'm not drinking both.
Here's the yeah. This has been a very this is a special edition situation. So, all right, let's. Oh, we can actually ASMR this.
Well, I
don't
don't get Matt's headset all hoppy.
Right. Okay, ready?
I'm gonna be a little more gentle with it. Ooh,
listen to that.
Even in the monitor, that sounded great.
Listen
Matt, how did the greens and yellows and reds look on that?
Look over there, Matt.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
Go ahead and research those decibels.
All right, we're gonna sip.
Let's go for it. It's hoppy.
That's a good one. Wow, I love that.
That's like an SNK game. That's hoppy, right? Did that work on anybody? Producer Matt, you like that? I'm going crazy with power.
I just love that you keep referencing Producer Matt.
Yeah.
God, you were out of control.
I know, man. This is the slightest bit of technology.
I think it's because we finally have headsets on. It's live, and you have a producer. You're getting out of control.
Because the last, maybe not. I mean, like we kind of switched off who would actually edit it down, and then like I enjoyed it, but it was like real like duct tape and bubble gum.
It's a lot, yeah. Yeah, and it's a lot.
But then Matt's over there. Look at all the knobs he's got. He's got multiple screens.
Oh, man. No, Matt and Blues are killing it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so pro here.
That's true.
Okay, let's talk about real business, though.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk business time.
All right.
So, you are probably one of the longest-standing members of Collisions at this point.
I mean, Kick's around the corner playing Toonie and Ultra, but probably
Yeah, like more on the regular side, because MC comes by for sure.
Yeah, I like
MC
to call
comes
it
by.
like I'm kind of in the emeritus role. I feel like know.
What does that mean?
Oh, so Randy would know. He's in education.
Yeah, he's in academia.
So like when you become professor emeritus, you're like retired.
Yeah, okay.
But you get all the cachet of the work you put in.
Honestly, that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is. But that's that's actually where this conversation goes. Okay.
Oh, I'm being forced to retire? That's the conversation?
Yeah, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Plus, thanks for making this conversation easier.
Yeah, you can now just stop all of it.
Okay.
So, here's the deal. So, how do we feel? How are you feeling about like where we're at now? This is what we've arrived at. We're at a 2-day event. We've got a very chill, low key event.
That's I think what I've always wanted.
Really?
I think I've told maybe not 2 days, but like I've always wanted like low stakes. Like if someone's talking to me during a set or vice versa, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Because I brought it up. That first Collisions bracket of like 5 people.
Oh man, yeah.
Maybe.
I know, yeah.
And the whole reason I like was interested in Collisions was I knew it was brand new, and there wasn't going to be like
killers.
Not even that.
Yeah.
I'm a very introverted person, right?
Yeah. I don't believe that.
I'm very introverted. Look, as a nurse, like my role is, I don't want to say putting on an act, but it's easy.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
It's easy to
Absolutely.
be like, this is my role for you. I can take the lead. When I'm at home, if like me and Kirsten are just on the couch, not doing anything, just next to each other but not talking, I'm happy.
There it is. Okay.
So I went to Collin Creek Mall.
Yep.
To the locals there. That's where I first saw Cheeps. Matt was probably there, maybe. I don't know.
Producer Matt, were you there?
Producer
Oh,
Matt.
yeah, Producer Matt
What was
there.
that? What was that store in the Collin Creek Mall?
Yeah, what was it called? Producer Matt?
Can you research that, Matt?
Can you tell us what it was called, Producer Matt?
What the store name was called?
Yeah. What was the store's name?
Like
It was,
I feel like I know.
I feel like I know.
It was,
Turn up, switch up.
That's all right.
Fuck.
I'll let
excuse
you
me.
know.
Yeah, research that, Producer Matt. But I would go to that, right? And there's like, it's packed.
Yeah.
It started late, which like late for me is like 9 p.m.
Yes. Older you get.
And then like, it's my first time out to a local for Street Fighter V. So part of me was like, I know I'm not very good. I don't want to ask for games because these guys were like prepping for Texas Showdown. Because Texas Showdown was the next weekend.
Yeah.
So it was very overwhelming, especially as an introverted person, right? So what I liked about Collisions is it's small enough that, and everyone was like doing this for the first time, that it was easy for me to like, okay, everyone else is doing this for the first time too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So now that it's been around for 6 years, this
We
is
are
the 6th
going
year,
on 6, yeah.
I get to skip that part where I'm doing the uncomfortable
It's true.
mingling because now it's just like,
Because you're emeritus.
yeah, exactly.
Because you're emeritus.
I got tenure.
Yeah. You do have tenure.
So
It's like
that's-
everyone knows who Bus is.
Yeah.
And if you don't, we're like, why?
Well, it's even if you don't. I mean, you're like, you'll see me in the Discord, or like people, other people know me, right? Or like,
Yeah.
And not that other people know me, but like,
No, but
you talking to me, or producer Matt talking to me, or Nick talking to me, or Cass, like people are like, oh, okay, this guy must like be a regular.
it feels like established. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's like that social
That's
shorthand.
true. Like then you don't have to like work as hard at that point as opposed to like when you're kind of just beginning and you have to find your identity in space. That's true.
Because I'm not introverted in the sense that I don't socialize well.
If I could chime in, it was
Yeah.
versus gameplay.
Versus gameplay.
Yeah. I still remember because I remembered researching all of this stuff
Yeah.
and being like, what's
Oh, you
been
didn't want
around?
to step on their toes, right?
Well, yes and no, because it's like this was before I even knew anything. I was
Yeah.
just like, I guess I'm just supposed to do stuff. And then I like, all you find when you look up their history was just like, it's like everything stopped at like a certain year. And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know what happened, but they disappeared. So,
I mean, part of it was I remember going to Versus one of the first times, and it's Collin Creek. It's a mall in like 2018
yes.
in the suburbs. So it's like empty store, perfume shop that smells like hell.
Strange art gallery. Yep.
A place selling cars somehow versus
see that.
gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like Express is still open somehow too.
Also true. Also absolutely. A Cinnabon.
And then like since Versus was open past the mall being closed, we had to like leave through the freight entrance, which I thought was very weird too.
That's so sketchy.
So like it was.
I did not know that.
I know, right? It's weird because like we kind of like our whole aesthetic with Collisions, intentional or not, is like scruffy.
Yeah, it is pretty scruffy.
But I think Versus was scruffy in a different way.
I think that's the thing is it's like we're scruffy, but like trying our little hard
Yeah.
but not hard enough.
It's like the Rocky Balboa where you're like, well, they ain't gonna win, but everyone's enjoying.
That's a really
everyone's
nice.
enjoying
I
it.
actually really love that analogy. We're like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
We're scrappy.
Let's just go the distance.
Yeah.
And then in a few years, after a few sequels, if we gotta beat the Soviets in the Cold War by taking down Ivan
these
Drago. Anyway.
That's one way. Yeah, okay.
But I would say, I think we've talked about this before, probably all 3 to 6 episodes of this podcast under various names. What are we calling it now? Producer Matt?
Yeah, Producer Matt, what are we calling it?
I recommended French press.
French Press.
Press.
He's recommending French Press.
French Press is what this is called.
I feel like we're already down.
I like it.
We're already down to the grounds.
I like it
of
when
this
it's called French Press, but it ironically serves beer.
Of course.
I think that's like,
I lost my train of thought. But
we're just saying like about the vibe of the current event.
yeah. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It kind of returns to that chill, low key, no high stakes. Because tomorrow is going to be like an active day again.
Yeah.
Like all the killers will be back, and we love the killers.
We do love the killers.
We love
I want
the
to say
killers.
some of my favorite memories of Collisions is still at
Cambria, Sandton?
Cambria.
Yeah.
Dr. African.
Yeah.
Now of Las Vegas, I believe.
Yes.
But I'll still always say he reps Dallas. Doc came in with a carton of Truly margaritas.
Oh,
12.
man. What a wild era. Yes.
Rolled through Street Fighter V
Yes.
and rolled through that carton of Truly Margs.
Yes.
Then he played some casual Ultra 4 with like hot dogs, kicks, and all them.
Yes.
I don't think the man lost a set that day.
I can see that.
And then he just leaves like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Carrollton's finest.
Carrollton's finest.
Carrollton's finest.
Just coming through.
But that's, yeah, I mean, like, it helps that we have high-skilled players who come here. They don't hold back.
Yeah.
But, like, another memory, just a kid, when he came in through.
When was that? What era was that?
It was here.
It was here.
Like October, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Because he was here
Also
for
Street Fighter.
another tournament. Yeah, Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
And I remember, like, he was doing things
Oh, yeah.
that it's like, I recognize why he's doing them, but I never thought to do them. So we definitely have, like, high-skill players.
Yes.
Which I think is
and
also
it's fun
beneficial.
to have them come through,
Yeah.
for sure.
And again, since it's a low-stakes environment, people like me who aren't very good can take something away from it.
Yeah, that's true. But I do miss, like, I think that's fair that it's like, I mean, in some ways I started Collisions because I just wanted to just chill in a low-key environment and
Right.
like learn fighting games. So it's kind of cool to have like a split between the 2 days. Now, I don't know if that's going to keep going. I was told to talking to this camera. I don't know if that's going to keep going because we might not be at this particular location for very much longer, which is a real bummer.
That's fine.
But-
We're like a cockroach, man.
That, honestly, kind of true.
Yeah.
Like, we've moved, like, when I started typing up that message that it was like, I think we're moving again. I
Hey,
was
you know
like,
what? Let's do the Comfort Inn Suites again or whatever.
How wild would that be?
Let's go back to Comfort Suites.
Hon-
We just won't run DBZ this time. We won't break the fire code by having 30 DBZ entrants or whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah,
Like,
DDC got a little wild.
Genuinely.
We'll just set up in, like, their lobby, like in the breakfast area.
Yeah.
In the breakfast
We've just
nooks.
have outgrown the
That
Comfort
was-
Suites conference room.
Can you imagine that was only like $100 for the day at the time? What an era. What a time. Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. That's another thing is we survived COVID, which
We did.
a lot of places didn't.
Yeah. I mean, like, I made a very concerted effort over the Discord
Yeah.
to be like, we will come out of COVID and we are going to run locals again. I don't even know, like, and honestly, which was very funny because I was only 6 months into locals, and I was like, no.
That's the thing. Is it happened really like that first Collisions was like September 2019.
100%. Yep.
And then February 2020, there's the Grand Blue. It released early, so like all of us made like a Singapore PSN account to download
Oh
it
my
early.
God, I forgot about that.
We downloaded it. We were playing Grand
Oh,
Blue
that's
like
so
a
great.
week before it released in North America.
Absolutely.
And we're like, you had a bunch of hand sanitizers, like kind of as a joke, like,
I was
hey,
like,
you heard
yeah,
about
there's
this thing?
Lysol, yeah.
And then it's like we just don't see each other for like a year.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It was bizarre. Yeah, the next time I saw people, I was like, there's 9 of us and we're going to a restaurant.
Yeah, that was the swan song for Comfort Suites, I think.
That was absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we moved to Cambria.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this is where we're at. This is where we've been. Where, if you were running things, where would you want us to go next?
I don't know, man. It's, when you talk
Not
to
like literal place, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's tough. I've told you, but maybe I told you before. Maybe people can tell. I don't really like change.
Fair.
So I'm not someone
The
who's gonna.
older I get.
I'm not gonna be someone who advocates for it, even though I know it's good, right? Like I usually tell you, like I'm always gonna be the no guy, and I think everyone should have a no guy.
Which is really funny because Bus has recently said yes to changes in my own life, but that's beside the point. Anyways.
It's more because in those situations I know I'm right.
Okay, well,
So it's not that I'm saying yes to change. I'm just like, you should listen to me because I know what I'm talking about.
and to be fair, that's my change, not his change. So that's
no, I'm not
probably-
changing.
Yeah.
So, I've always, I think, advocated for like steady growth.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's,
yes.
I think it's always to our benefit to be in a place that's slightly too small
Sure,
than
yeah.
to be somewhere where it's like cavernous and empty, right?
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know. What do you want?
I don't think we've been. What do you remember a place where it felt cavernous and empty?
No,
necessarily.
Never.
I mean, Cambria, I think, had times where it felt a little bit like, ooh.
It was such a weird layout, right? Because it was like a big room, and all the outlets were around the edges.
Well, and to be fair, they were like, please, because we just need anyone to book us. Because
it's
COVID.
It's right after COVID.
Yeah. So they were like, please, yes, we'll give you this like 1,400 square foot room for like $400.
And I was working nights, so it was always a fever
Oh
dream
my
when I
God!
was
Yeah,
there.
that was so odd.
I'd just be there
It's
like
weird to think about.
like up for 30
Half
hours,
hallucinating,
trying
yes.
to call Street Fighter 5. Like,
Man.
is that Colleen? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not Colleen.
Yeah, that's actually very true. I think, I don't know. I think it's hard to say because on the one end, I really love this 2-day factor where it's like, and honestly, it's better for me because sometimes like, man, once a month gets really taxing on me weekend-wise where it's like, so it's kind of cool to be like, okay, it's 2 days, but it's every couple of months. Like, that's cool. But now it's like, I don't know what happens next. And also, I really like, again, I like that we get to kind of come back to this, like the chill part of our roots, which is like really important to me.
Yeah.
But then also still having another day that it's like, okay, we're like high octane again.
Right.
Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm just as introverted as BusDriverDog. I'm
You're
not.
You're definitely not.
I know. I like to pretend I am, but I'm not. But I'm just older and I've gotten like a lot more like low key and chill and like I want to be able to play and I don't get to like I had to DQ my set just now. But
just for this?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man.
Well, come on, dude. So I think that's where I'm like, I don't know. But I do like having like a chill day where like other people who like don't necessarily play fighting games can like really play and have a lot more to do.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really valuable. Like people are playing Dice Throne over there.
Silver absolutely demolished, I think it was Nick and Dance Central earlier. Not to put Nick on blast, but it was like...
I mean, let's be fair. Like, Silver owns the game and, like, has learned,
yeah, he clearly
religiously.
He clearly knew the Lil Jon song, like, didn't have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pachinko blew out one of the...
Which is honestly kind of on Collision's brand as well.
That's true. I think
we do blow out circuits here.
Yeah, it's hard to remember the last venue we didn't.
Yeah,
overtax.
It's like I think that also is part of us where it's like we want to push the line and try different things, and I think that's the scruffy part.
Yeah,
where it's like we'll try things, and if we kind of break things, as long as it's not like irreversible, we're like, okay, well, we know that doesn't work now.
Yeah, it's there's enough of a community that momentum can take us through any thin stretches.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Big Dinner happens sometimes with no event. Some of the members went up to Broken Bow.
Yep. It was great.
To hang out. So,
totally loved it.
That is...
Producer Matt was on it.
Producer Matt. Is that true?
Producer Matt, can you tell us
Can you research Broken Bow?
Where's
Broken Bow?
Broken Bow, yeah, that happened last month.
Yeah.
Last month, okay.
Yeah.
So
if I could interject, if it wasn't for Bus Driver, man, I wouldn't know about this group.
Really?
In its home.
Yeah, there you go.
When did I do that?
It was during Full Bar.
Okay. Can you research when I did that?
Producer Matt.
Long story short, whenever I started doing the tournaments, when I was posting on Facebook, Bus direct messaged me like, "Hey, I'll do some commentary."
Look at you.
That's crazy. That must have been the fever dream night shift, Bus. Because
honestly
sending a DM on Facebook. Whew,
honestly,
that's a 20. That's like a 2009 sentence for me.
And again, guys, thank you for hosting this event.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's been our pleasure, and you're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how much you've done. So.
Part
of the group.
Yeah. Producer
Matt.
We have 3 cameras, which that's a significant increase from our 0 previously.
Our 0 cameras, yeah.
And that's Producer Matt. I don't know the title for Blues. I guess Showrunner Blues. He kind of was part of the podcast today too.
Yeah.
So,
100%. Yeah, he's the one giving me the 5-minute warning, which I exceeded.
Thank
you, Blues.
Cool. 5 minutes. I didn't realize. I didn't see that. So we should wrap it up.
Okay. So last thing. Questions from the gallery. Questions from the audience. Any. For either one. Okay, Nick first, then Omega.
Your last podcast was October 2022.
Okay.
October 2023.
So producer Nick with the research. October
research. Okay. Does it say what beer we drank?
It was the drag queen Shea Coulee.
Oh, it was yes, it was. It was
the Shea Coulee IPA, I think.
Okay. All right. Another IPA. Oh,
every
week? We are old adults.
It took us a year and a
of?
half to come up with this. Took us a year and a half to do
Lord
this.
Mercy, like you'd have
I'm
to
out
give
of
us,
material
like,
already.
Yeah, I know. Like we could, next time we.
Yeah, we got a producer. Yeah, he
Yeah,
can
we got a
research stuff.
producer.
Yeah.
Next time what are we going to talk about?
We're just
Nui.
we've been exponentially growing the podcast. We're gonna have to have
in
like
this one moment.
we're gonna have to have a studio next time
Yeah.
we do an episode.
Yeah, the next time we do it, we'll be like on a stage with couches.
We're gonna do a live
talking
show.
about nonsense. Yeah,
I like that. Episode 5 to 9 of whatever we're gonna call it next. We're already planning a live show.
We're just gonna we're gonna stuff it all in like one setting, and then we're gonna be like next guest.
Well,
So
we should wrap it up because
All right.
everyone's got things to do.
Yes, it's true.
I want to thank Richardson Beer and Wine, the
Thank you for
modestly
this.
named beer store in Richardson that has like the best selection.
this is great.
Campbell Road, right by UT Dallas.
There you go.
I don't know the man's name. He's been offering and suggesting beers to me for a decade, and he nailed another
He's
one.
done right by you.
Yeah.
Because this is an excellent beer.
It's a smooth 9.2%. So
yeah, which is why I've only sipped very little.
yeah, he's gonna give the rest of that to Randy. I know that. He already
This is
mentioned
true.
that.
This is
That's
true.
true. You didn't give me one.
I got some in the
Matt
car.
wants some. Oh, producer Matt gets a
Producer
beer.
Matt, do you like sour beers? Do you want a Goza?
No,
it's a
you
little
don't
salty.
want a sour. That's gross.
I'll give it to you.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God,
Producer Matt with the
unbelievable.
Goza. It's salty. Anyway,
This is Bus Driver Dog. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for another podcast.
we'll do it again in 2 years.
In 2 years. Cheers. All right.